Everybody, it is Life's Apprentice. Well, today I'm going to do a little update on the old firewood business, and I'm up hunting at my cabin, and I'm just going to kind of go through why I started doing firewood. Um, I say started loosely because I've been doing it for a long time, and just how things are going with the firewood stand. Basically, our only means of selling firewood at this point, but I have plans for the future here. So right now, I literally just started the old-fashioned way with cardboard. Um, my first fire of this fall in the wood stove here at the cabin. If you like the firewood videos, if you could, do me a big favor, subscribe if you're here for the firewood videos. I'll make a lot more. Leave a comment, let me know what you wanna see as far as firewood. I got lots of options. And hit the like button. That would be greatly appreciated. So behind you, I have just a small stash. You can see some random cut off wood and stuff like that, but this is like petrified red oak here. This stuff is really dry. It's very small because this is a small wood stove. I would say 16 inches. I don't even know if you could fit a 16-inch piece in there. So most of this stuff we cut about 10, 12 inches. And I split it really small because there's not a whole lot of room to build up in there. So if you want a fire, we're going to keep it nice and hot and just run it from there. There's no fan on this wood stove or anything like that, so it's literally all radiant heat. There's no fan running through the wood stove. There's no fan on the wood stove. We have a damper, air in and air out, and that's basically it. So we cut down one really big tree. I made a video or something, kind of a short video about knocking it down, but it was a monster. I'll show you the base. But here is just some of the limbs. This is 2 rows, so that's probably about a face cord. And this is 3 rows, probably 6 feet. So I'd say that's probably 2 face cords. This stuff may be ready to burn this year. I'm not sure without digging into it, but we got it all covered now, and the majority of the trees over here, this is ash right on the end here. The neighbor cut an ash tree. He actually helped me cut this big oak too, but most of the ash I took home. This is what I couldn't fit in the truck, and so that's just ash, but the rest of this is all oak. So these are 2 rows, and I have them set in face cords. So there's 2 face cords here and almost 2 face cords here. 1 face cord plus this, and it's all split and it's all stacked, but you can see over here we still have a big portion of the tree left. This thing is absolutely massive. I don't know if you can tell how big it is, but it's up to my belly button. It's probably close to a 4-footer, 3.5. But my saw isn't even big enough to get through this, so I haven't even messed with that yet. That'll be a project for next year. And then over here I got a bunch of the junk and just campfire wood for us, the odds and ends and pieces and all that kind of stuff. But I would say out of that tree so far we have gotten, I don't know, what is that, 3.5, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 face cords, or cords. Depends on how you want to talk about it, but 2 full cords. And then there's a bunch of pine back here that I really haven't gotten to. I got it all cut up and everything, but it's pretty junky wood. So once I get to splitting that, it will be just for campfire wood around here. But there is a lot of trees to cut out here. Problem is they're all back in the woods and I've been hunting, so I haven't really touched anything yet. I do have some cut up and stacked in the woods that just needs to get split, and I'll probably be doing a lot more cutting this fall and winter once it gets a little cooler out and hunting season is over. But I've got a bunch of firewood back at home, still some to split. I have access to a lot more, and a lot of this oak that's out here that tree was dead, but it was still pretty green. Still had the bark on it and everything, so that stuff isn't going to be ready to burn. Maybe some of it will be ready this year, but most likely won't be ready till next year. So there's there's like a half a dozen small ash trees. See that little guy, probably only a 10 or 12 inch ash tree. They're all dead. They need to get cut and split. And there's a lot of barkless oak all throughout the woods and the edge of this field over here. You can see all those dead barkless oaks all through here. And I'm not sure what killed them. I'm guessing it's that oak wilt, but that is just high quality, really good firewood. A lot of it, once you get down to the base, it's still a little wet, but a lot of the tops of those trees you can literally pretty much split and burn almost right away. So that stuff's going to be gold. This winter I'm going to stock up big time on that and start putting ads on Craigslist next year and selling it. And just make some payments on the land here is my goal, and give me something to do, good exercise. And I don't know, I enjoy splitting wood. So we're going to go back home. I'll show you what's going on there, and we'll talk about how the roadside firewood stand's working. And I have not done any real work here in a while, but we have that the back row here is probably close to 6 feet tall and 30 feet long. I would say there's over a cord there. And then these aren't measured piles, which was a mistake that I made. I really should have measured them for face cords or whatever, but it is what it is. Here's my oak. I had a lot more oak. A lot of it's in the barn here in our office, workshop, man cave. That's my personal for this winter because we have a wood stove in there, so I've taken a lot of that in. So there's probably 2 face cords inside. And then this is all a mix of, it's mostly ash, most of this here. There's a little bit of pine, a little bit of like maybe basswood or box elder, a little bit of oak and maple mixed in. You can see I have some maple rounds here. Pretty sure most of this is ash. And then I have 2 face cords right there of red oak all split. And this is what I mean by measuring my piles. So that's 8 feet by 4 feet. So I have 2 face cords there. So I know when I'm selling it exactly what I'm giving. But I would say all in all here we probably have probably 4 cords, maybe 3 full cords here, 9 face cords. And I really haven't done anything here in at least probably a month. And out here we have our vegetable stand. We just started getting frost, so a lot of this I just picked today. Tomatoes are pretty much done. Peppers are starting to get hit with frost. And here is the firewood stand. Now, this has been out here for a little over 2 months, and it's been really hot, and we don't really have any campgrounds around or anything like that. So I really just started selling out of this. In total, I have sold $100 worth of wood. The majority of it being bundles, surprisingly. I had several people come and buy 4 bundles for $20, 5 each, several times, rather than take this for $25, which is like 7 bundles, or maybe even 8. Rather than take that, they've gone with the bundles. So, everyone's paid. I've kind of kept track in my money jar there. Everyone's paid. We haven't been ripped off. And it's worked out pretty good. Now it's starting to get colder, so I have a feeling I probably will sell some more. People are starting to find it and maybe coming back for, more. But that's pretty much it. So there's the update for the firewood and the stand. I will do another one soon. I have a lot more firewood videos coming up once I get into the swing of cutting and splitting. So if you like that, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. I will see you on the next one.